Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode. In this episode, we are going to have a look at how we can use stacks to reverse the order of the digits in a decimal number. We have already discussed the logic in the earlier video where I am explaining you the logic with the paper and digital pen. In this video also, I am going to explain that logic to you very briefly while writing the code. So let us get started. So I'm going to write here reverse the order of digits in a decimal number. So we are going to input it a string and it is going to assume that it is a decimal number. Let us go ahead and start programming. Stack equals to an empty stack or an empty list. Def, or let us go ahead and write it in the same cell so that we will have the code for the entire stack in the same cell. Push underscore digits, digits, number. So this push digits is the routine for pushing the number, to be very specific, the digits of that number to the stack. I will say while number is not equal to 0, then stack dot append. If that number is not 0, then append number modulus 10 and number equals to integer of number divided by 10. So here we are computing the modulus of that number and pushing it to the stack, and then we are computing the number again, which is equal to number divided by 10. So we are first of all we are computing the modulus after dividing 10, and whatever is the remainder we are pushing it to the stack, and finally we are dividing that number by 10. So it is an integer, right? It will actually give you an integer result. So suppose you have something like 102, and if you run that 102 through this particular line of code, then it is going to return you 10. Okay, because it is always going to return you an integer. The actual output of this number by 10 will be 10.2. Since we are converting it to an integer, it will only return the integer part. So this way we are dividing that number by 10 every time, and whatever is the modulus of that division or the remainder of that division, we are pushing it to the stack. Now let us see how we can reverse a number. So def reverse number. Let us say push underscore digits number. We are pushing the digits of that number here, and we are basically calling this push digit. Now let us say reverse. So in this number we are going to store the reversed number, and let us say I equals to 1. Now let us go ahead and start popping and processing this. While length of stack is greater than 0, reverse equals to reverse plus stack and length of stack. So this is the top item. Basically this is the functionality of peep function multiplied by I, and stack dot pop. Here we are using the pop operation, and we are popping that and not storing it anywhere because we have already used that peek functionality and multiplied it with 10 or multiplied it with I. So this I is going to tell us the positional value of that particular digit in the reverse number. And then we are adding it to the reverse. Basically, earlier reverse was 0 and then we kept on adding it. Finally, I equals to I multiplied by 10. And here we are going to say return reverse. So when this while loop finishes the execution, the reverse will have the value of the reversed digits of that decimal number. And it will be very interesting to see this in action. So I executed it and there doesn't seem to be any sort of syntax or spelling related mistake or error. I will choose a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, simplest one, and reverse number, or directly we will pass this number to this function call, and let us see what is going to happen. And here we have the reversed thing. We can even check if a number is palindrome. I will say if, or let us say number equals to 1199911. So this is a palindrome number. And if number equals to reverse of number, print palindrome, else print not palindrome. And if I execute this, oh, it is saying that it is not palindrome. Yes, it is not palindrome. Sorry, I made a mistake. I forgot to type 1. So if I execute this now, it is saying palindrome. And if I just write something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is going to return not palindrome. And we can actually put this entire stuff in another routine where we are checking for the palindrome or not. And that is how we can check if a number is palindrome using the stacks. So thanks a lot for watching this episode of Stack Programming with Python. Thanks a lot once again, and I will see you in the next episode.